Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your NXT versus AEW or AEW versus NXT review. Guys, before we go any further, before we get into the show, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. As always, your support means a lot to me and I know you're probably going to be bored of me saying this every single video. Right guys, let's just get straight into the reviews. So we're going to start with AEW first of all. First match, Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela versus Kip Sabian and Mario. Mario and Sabian picked up the win. This one really felt pretty sloppy, honestly. I don't really think Mario or Rusev work really well in tag teams. I really think he should be garnished towards singles competitively because that's where he works really well. But this just felt sloppy. I can't pinpoint the exact person, like to be like, oh, this person was sloppy and it put the match off. I can't do that. Just this match wasn't the best, but it was cool seeing Mario in the ring. I gave it 1.5 stars, but I really think we should they'll probably at some point break these guys up and give them like a feud, but I really think we should get into that sooner rather than later. Then we get one of the best promos of the night. Eddie Kingston comes to the ring. He says if you don't like social media, you don't check it. It's him versus Moxley tonight for the World's Championship. He was never eliminated and that's why he's getting a shot. Also, 18 years in the business says he deserves a shot. He and Moxley used to be cut from the same cloth. Then John sold out and went to the land of sports entertainers. Kingston never did. He stayed out with the fighters, the outlaws, and he didn't sell his soul to the devil. So before tonight, before he gets his title shot, he wants to have a look into the entertainer's eyes. Where are you, sports entertainer? I love this segment, completely loved this segment because everybody thought when Moxley, Ambrose, or you want to call him, went to WWE back in the day, they really thought that was him selling out. But I really loved this segment. So out comes Moxley through the stands. Moxley and Kingston go nose to nose. Out comes some refs to break them up. Kenny Omega is here, seemingly to kind of ridicule Page on commentary again. They never really done much with it. But Adam Page versus Evil Uno. I gave us 2.5. The match was solid, but it really was nothing special. And this is the one problem I've got with AEW. I get that it's a story happening here, right? But this is 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row that Adam Page has had really just okay matches. We really need to get this guy having better matches on TV to get people to buy in that he's going to be able to beat somebody like Kenny Omega. Obviously people have got the Japanese stuff they can look back on Kenny, right? There's stuff you can look at for Adam Page, obviously. But casual wrestling fans that might not know Adam Page know Omega better than Page, so we really need to start building that. A couple of segments go by here, there's nothing special. Then we get the TNT Championship match, Orange Cassidy versus Brody Lee. Brody Lee picks up the win. This is over 10 minutes, I gave it 2.5 stars. I really enjoyed this match. Hands down, I enjoyed it, it was a good match. I just cannot buy Orange Cassidy as being a challenger for a title. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it just doesn't fucking seem like he could be a challenger for a title. But Brody Lee picked up the win, so that's cool. I get what they're doing with Orange Cassidy, right? People think he's hot just now. Indie fans love him. But it feels like he's just mocking the business. I get the point of it, right? But like, people love wrestling and they want to see wrestling. And it's to bring in like that younger audience, which isn't fucking working anyway. Anyway, 2.5 stars. The lights go out, Lee's holding up his title. You come back on, it's a red screen, middle of the stage lights up, his opera music starts, it's Cody Rhodes with black hair. I get it, right, he's coming back. Has he not only been away for like 2 weeks? What the fuck are they? Why are they doing like this poor big comeback and he's only been away for like a couple of weeks. It's not like he's been away for a few months or something. Unless he has been away for a few months and I've just not realised. So there was a little fight between Cody and the Dark Order. Lee then asked why Cody's wife posts thirst trap pics on Insta. And that's about it, to be honest with you. Next, there's a bunch of segments that can just be summed up. Chris Jericho wants to face Matt Hardy, so we'll move on from that. Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa versus, I can't say this name, Ivesley and Dynamite. Shida and Rosa pick up the win. Again, guys, middle of the fucking road, 2.5 stars, nothing special. I'm really struggling with this. Like, we'll move on. We'll get into the overall in a minute. So the AEW World Championship match, Jon Moxley against Eddie Kingston. Moxley picks up the win here, as I thought he would have. This was an awesome match. One-upmanship. Both guys putting on a great show. It really was the match of AEW, definitely, that made the show. 3.5 stars here. At the end, the Lucha Brothers come out. They attack Moxley. Then Will Hobbs comes out. He Spider Busters Rey Fenix. Then who else comes out again? Darby Allin and what's his name? Ricky comes out. Ricky Starks. Overall, guys, I love the segment at the end. I loved the main event, and I really loved the Eddie Kingston promo. It was really, really good. Overall, I gave 2.5 stars here. Apart from the last match, it was really middle of the road. The start was terrible. It was poor, like a poor jump start. It was pretty bad. But the rest of the show was just middle of the road. If it was just AEW I was reviewing, the guys, I've gave this 2.5 because of how middle of the road the rest of the show was. If it was, even if there was maybe another 3-star match, I would have gave it 3 stars. I know the main event got 3.5, but that was the best part of it. And the segments kind of let AEW down. And I think this is just poor writing, or just like short writing, like short-termanship. They're not like WWE does short-termanship, right? But back in the day, you would get fucking The Rock, or fucking Triple H versus Austin, Rock versus Austin, Triple H versus Rock, and it went on for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Genuinely, like, if you remember Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, that started the return in 2002 SummerSlam, and it went literally all the way to the Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood, and they had constant pay-per-view matches, Monday Night Raw interferences, and that's what people need, long-term storytelling, to get people to come in and watch it. Obviously, we're at a generation turn when we need like a small, like fucking TikTok quick clips, right? We can still do quick clips, but tell a fucking long-term story. It's not hard to do. Well, it is hard to do, to try and get into that mindset, but it's a changing term, and wrestling needs to go with the times. I feel we're stuck with our old ways, but something big is going to come soon. I can feel it. Right, guys, let's move on to NXT. Before we do NXT, Eddie Kingston was great. He just was great. But let's move on to NXT. Right, NXT. Kicked off the show with NXT Women's Championship #1 contender Battle Royal. I know that's a tongue twister to say. Candice LeRae picks up the win. 3 stars I gave this, guys. It was like a quick 15-minute, 16-minute Battle Royale match. A really fun little Battle Royale. The Rhea Raquel stuff really worked. It was good. It started off quite bland, but see when they got like the women that nobody really knows out, it picked up more there. But 3 stars, I really enjoyed it. Jake Atlas versus Ciampa. Ciampa picked up the win. 2.5 stars here. Nothing special, solid. Atlas put up a good fight against Ciampa, but Ciampa was too much. Solid match, coming in, doing what had to be done. Really enjoyed it. Then we get Danny Burke and Roderick Strong versus Fabian and Raul. Burke and Roderick pick up the win. Solid match, guys. 2.5 stars. Again, it was another just a solid match. I thought this was just... It could have been a little bit better. But it was a great little run. I think... Sorry. I'm trying to read this and read a message that came through. So, if this gets... I feel because these teams didn't really know each other, right? If they gave maybe 3-4 matches into these guys being kind of working together, we're going to be getting 3.5s, 4-star matches. It's got that potential, and I just hope they give it that opportunity. Austin Theory versus Damian Priest. Sorry guys, I don't know why I can't speak today. Damian Priest picks up the win. I've always thought he was going to pick up the win. A solid match, again, nothing special, just a really solid match. 2.5 stars. When Priest is celebrating, it got cut short because Johnny Gargano super kicked him. And then there was a weird vignette that was like somebody's returning. They say something about like returning, but the commentary says it's somebody that's new. And then it's like the 4th through the 10th, 20. But who knows what that is. So we get DeLuca versus Holland. Holland picked up the win. I'm not even going to rate this because it was like 1 minute. The Gauntlet Eliminator. Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes versus Kushida versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Timothy Thatcher. Kyle O'Reilly picked up the win. 3.5 for this, guys. It was a half an hour. Great main event. Kylie got to look like $1 million fucking dollars here, £1 million, whatever you want to say. He got to look great. And even Kushida was protected. Things moved smoothly here. It wasn't a strong way. It was a strong way to close the show. It wasn't like just a solid. I honestly was coming into this Scotland match thinking it was just going to be like a middle of the road solid match just to get one person to face Finn, and that was it. But this blew my expectations out of the water, and it was really great. So I gave NXT 3 stars. NXT gets 3 stars tonight because the Battle Royale and the first opening women's match. The Battle Royale was the women's match and the main event. So overall, guys, NXT obviously picked up the win here because of those 2 matches. There was lulls in both shows. Both shows had solid matches. There was nothing special. If you could just go watch 3 matches from last night, it would be the Women's Battle Royale, the main event in NXT, and the Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley, and go watch the Eddie Kingston promo as well. Watch them. That'll be you. You have a good night of wrestling. The rest of it was kind of missable. It was average and it was nothing special. Especially Cody Rhodes just coming out with black hair. But overall, guys, another great night for wrestling fans. It was a solid match, and wrestling is an okay, good match. Like, it's not like terrible, but it was. I enjoyed last night, to be honest with you. I enjoyed watching both these shows. Eddie just killed it with a great promo, talking about like John Moxley sold out and stuff like that. Honestly, he killed it, and I hope these guys get to open it up more and go for a big kind of chunk of the year next year, even, or fucking run it right in through next year. I really think these guys could put on some great matches, put on some good hardcore matches as well. NXT wise, Kyle versus Finn will probably be a really great match. I'm personally enjoying AEW a little bit more than NXT, but tonight I would probably say NXT was a little bit better. Overall, guys, the best thing to say is we get to win as wrestling fans. Tuesdays and Wednesdays we're literally just winning as wrestling fans. Mondays, no so much. And Fridays, it's a hit and miss. But anyway, guys, I'll see you back here on Saturday for your Friday Night SmackDown review. And then don't forget, Clash is this weekend. WWE Clash of Champions is this weekend. Hopefully it's going to be good. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you here on Saturday. See you later, guys.